hunters is what it is.
But specifically to Sam and Dean.
Oh, absolutely.
Way more than the average person. Yeah.
They're the priority.
Drop whatever else.
He's their real dad.
Yes.
Before we wrap up, I wanted to talk about self-sacrifice as a unofficial.
Oh my gosh.
It is the Winchester way, obviously. Sam and Dean, obviously, time and time again, for each other, for others, for literally anyone who walks by in the street.
Yep. And Cass as well.
Cass as well. Jack.
Yes. Oh my gosh, Jack.
Bobby.
Pretty much.
You guys
Everyone.
need help.
If you're adopted into the Winchester family,
Yeah.
surprise, you're now
It's like, oh, they've only
self-sacrificing.
died for you once. Like,
We talked about how Sam and Dean talk about self-sacrifice and how that fits with their other love languages, but actually doing it feels like it maybe goes
Yes.
beyond just acts of service, like an acts of service action.
Absolutely.
Actually going through with it and on the assumption you're not going to come back.
Right.
Which it never feels like a self-sacrifice when they are confident that that they're going to come back to life. It only feels like a
Exactly.
self-sacrifice when one of them dies and it feels like there's no way out of it and it's going to be permanent.
And this is something especially for Cass, I feel like.
Yes.
Is a big thing. And I think that there's a specific moment. I'm not gonna spoil too much.
I feel like Meredith knows about 15 and 18 and the confession and all that.
oh yeah, I know about the confession because that was the Tumblr explosion.
Do you know what happens to Cass following the
After.
confession?
Yeah.
I just know that Super Mega Turbo Hell was heavily memed.
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
Good enough. You can say what you want to say.
All right. So I'm just gonna say, Cass's sacrifice there is what I think taught Dean that he's worth saving.
Yes, I agree.
And I think this is something that I feel like, and I was talking about this with another creator on TikTok. For the life of me, I can't remember their thing. I'll figure it out. But we were talking about how they the writers unintentionally wrote this, and it was probably one of the most important pieces of the entire show. And they unintentionally they were saying that we as a fan base kind of just what's that M word? Not meditate. Dang it.
Manifested.
Yeah, we manifested it into existence. But
That's how television works. I don't know if they
Yeah.
know that or not. That's literally how things work.
that's how it works.
Yeah.
But because this entire the entire time we just see Dean have this very interesting relationship with Faith where he soon becomes reliant on Cass for his faith,
Mhm.
but he never has faith in himself, and he always thinks that he's not worth saving, and that is a constant throughout the entire series, and that's canonical, and that's something that they approach every time. But I think what's very interesting is that Cass teaches him that he is worth saving through this one last thing. So I simultaneously love it and hate it because it's horrible and it's homophobic. It's cowardice is what it is. But at the same time, and I feel like there should have been more after. If there was more after, it would be okay. But the fact that there wasn't.
This isn't the same sort of self-sacrifice, I guess, but it's a sacrifice. But even in season 4 and 5, Cass gives up his family, which is the only thing he's ever known
Yes.
for millennia, not just 20 or 30 years. Millennia. All he's had is his family, his garrison, his mission from his superiors in heaven.
Right.
And he gives all of that up for them.
Honestly, one of my favorite scenes is when Cass is just really angry at Dean and he's beating him up in an alleyway and I rebelled for this.
For you, yeah. Oh my god, that is one of my favorite scenes.
I sacrificed so much, and this is how you're going to act about it.
I think it's so interesting how many times they've referenced that exact thing throughout the series. So many times, Cass blatantly says that he gave up everything for Dean. The man who would become that alley fight, 15-18. He repeatedly says it throughout the series that he gave everything, and almost everything he does is for Dean. And I just think it's so interesting that they repetitively, blatantly stated that, and then we're still reluctant to to actually act on it.
Fully. I'm in the process of creating this thing. I'm calling it the Winchester self-sacrifice scale. It's the working title. And it's when is something important enough to die for?
Right.
When is it important enough for you to sacrifice yourself for versus when is it important enough to let your sibling die for you because you would do anything to save your sibling?
Right.
Because, in season 5, when Sam sacrifices himself to stop Lucifer, that's a big sacrifice to save the
one of my
world.
favorite finales. It's so good.
Yeah. I'm sure I'll have edited that so the ending of that episode made sense.
Yes.
We believe in you.
If not, we got off topic.
Yeah.
It happens.
Deal with it.
That's it for this week. Thank you so much to our guests for their thoughts and feelings and passions this week. This was definitely one for the passions and the feelings. If you want to give your social media or other plugs, Julia, do you want to start?
Yeah, I am at honorary.idget, or, is it a dot or an underscore?
I don't know.
I'll put it in the episode description.
Oh, okay, I've got it. I'm at honorary_idget_67 on TikTok, and yeah, I talk about Supernatural a lot of the time.
A lot, and it's amazing.
Yay.
Meredith, where can the people find you?
I am at Shades of Deianira on Tumblr and Instagram, and if you go there, you will see lots of drawings for the fantasy novel I'm writing.
Amazing.
I've been KJ. You can find me on all social media platforms at Life Messes of KJ. If you want to be on the podcast, you can either reach out to me there or you can reach out through the podcast social media. You can email the podcast. Our email address is supernaturalopinionspodcast@gmail.com. You can find us on Twitter at SPN Opinions Pod. We are Supernatural Opinions Podcast on Facebook and at Supernatural Opinions Pod on Instagram. And if you could subscribe and leave us a review wherever you listen to this podcast, that really helps people to find us. And if you want to hear more of me and my thoughts, you can check out my other podcast, Series of Opinions, available on all the same places as this one. This podcast was written, recorded, produced, and edited by me. Thank you to Faith Ebert for our logo. Our theme song is by Joe Veretta. Thank you once again to all of our amazing guests.
Don't things in this world